Hello everybody, and welcome to this video about two mock-up scenarios in which we will be able to analyze how and what kind of CTI might be available and how to actually analyze and exchange it. So the two hypothetical cyber incidents will be described in brief. Following that, we will have an ABCD style question, which will allow us to briefly discuss the scenarios and to somehow pinpoint possible types of CTI and possible entries which we might generate in let's say a MISP platform. And if we want to describe them, then obviously we will be able to use the sticks. In the first scenario, we have the multiple elements of our financial infrastructure of our hypothetical country under distributed denial of service attack, including the national bank. And as the national bank is responsible for running the instant money transfer services within the country, the service becomes unavailable as a result of a DDoS. So this is the scenario. This is the current situation. So multiple institutions are affected, including the topmost bank in the country. And in that case, the manager of the financial CERT, so the computer emergency and response team of the financial sector within that country, obtains up-to-date information about the DDoS attack and does what? So this is a hypothetical situation with a hypothetical manager of a financial CERT, and the question is what to do. The first is that as we observe the attack, we write sticks v2 descriptions, call a meeting with the managers of the FinCERTs in neighboring countries, share sticks descriptions with the affected banks as the information is collected and as we learn more about the ongoing attack, do none of the above or do something completely different. These possible answers are all valid options, and there is no clear winner, so it's a multiple choice question. We can obviously call a meeting with the neighbors, but as we remember in the original scenario description, we were referring to a single country, so it might not be a top priority to actually discuss this with the neighbors. So it might not be necessary to actually enter inter-country negotiations and information exchange. But what we might be well informed to do is to actually describe the indicators and share with the banks, especially if we are the manager of the FinCERT. As we learn and collect information, it is our task to inform our partners and the members of our network. So probably C would be one of the good choices. And at the end of this video, we will also give a homework, and in that homework we will be referring back to these questions and to these ideas, what might be described in sticks related to and in the context of this scenario. So this was scenario 1. In scenario 2, which is entitled Interior Entered, under Interior we are referring to the Ministry of Interior. So the idea here is that the director of the Ministry of Interior CERT, so we theorize that this is a large country with a large Ministry of Interior, which also operates on dedicated CERT, and the dedicated MI CERT has a director who receives top secret information about an ongoing attack against a similar system deployed in a neighboring country. So, and the idea is, and the information also claims that the neighbors have the same information system or very similar and run the same vulnerable system. So our system might, and for surely, we need to verify, but we are pretty sure based on the discussion with the neighbors that our system is also vulnerable. There is no information about an actual ongoing cyber attack or incident, but we receive very important and highly critical CTI. And what can we do as the director of the Ministry of Interior CERT? The options are similar to the previous. So we write STIX v2 descriptions based on what we received. We report to the head of the ministry, the secretary, let's say. Ask our partners to share information as it becomes available. Do nothing, create no CTI, or do something different. So these are just a couple of questions and a couple of possible answers. Multiple choice, obviously, again, as in the previous situation, which allows us to actually see and analyze that this is on a higher level. So there is no cyber attack or no known cyber attack. There are no actual known artifacts. It might be a challenge to actually prepare any CTI and encode it in STIX at this moment. But as it becomes available, as we receive information from our neighbors, it might be also possible to write STIX descriptions. So this is the second scenario, and with this we conclude the brief discussion of the second scenario, and we can transition to the homework, which we will not do now as it is homework. So the idea here is that we ask you, as somebody taking this course, to separately analyze these brief hypothetical scenarios. So completely separate them. Do not combine them, separate the scenarios. Identify key concepts like malware, region, campaign, target, but theorize. So the scenario descriptions themselves are high level. The idea here is that you do a more detailed analysis and identify and tell a more detailed story, and based on your version of this story, or of the more detailed story, you define the key concepts in that story, and you also map that to STIX, and then create STIX descriptions for those concepts which you identified. So that's the homework. The actual result of the homework is one or more files with JSON descriptions corresponding to the story which you create based on these few pointers which are included in this set of slides and in this video. So I hope you will enjoy working on this homework, and I would also like to thank you for watching the video and hope to see you in the next